Okay, I think we are live. Can you confirm, guys? Hey everyone. Can you confirm we're live? Okay, I see Robin in the chat, so I guess we're live. This is super exciting. This is the first time I'm doing this, so if it's not butter smooth, please, forgive me. We'll try to do the best. We have Frankie, we have Life Force in the chat. Good to see you guys. I hope you're doing great. We have Miguel in the chat. Hey Miguel, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. I know for a few of you, those who participated in the shoe rotation series, but let me know in the chat where you're watching from. Oh, we have Phil in the chat as well. We have Mike in the chat. That's so cool. That's really super cool, guys. So let me know where you're watching from. As you know, I'm pump up the volume. Thanks, Frankie. Let's see what we can do. Let me know if that's better now. We have Alain in the chat. Let me know how's the volume. Same here, first time using all those equipment, all the live stream dashboard here on the screen. So if the volume is not perfect, please let me know. Mike is from Tennessee in the USA. And I'm looking forward to read where you guys are watching from. Jeremy, upstate New York in the US. Volume is better. Let's check again what we can do here. Is it better like this? A bit quiet maybe. Let me know if that's better. Okay, looks like the volume is good. Frankie watching from France. That's nice to hear. The weather was a bit terrific here in Brussels today, so I can imagine it was the same in France, in the Netherlands as well. Today is actually the day of the race, the cycling race Paris-Roubaix. So it's a race going on cobbles from Paris to Roubaix in the north of France. And the guys had terrific conditions. I don't know how's the weather where you're watching, but it was really pouring rain here today, to the extent that I actually had to go to the gym on the treadmill to do my run, 14K with some 1K reps today for me. I had to go to the gym because it was like pouring rain, and it was just impossible to do it outside. It was possible, but I just didn't want to get cold and so on. So that was here the run today. What was your run today? Let me know. Let's share a bit. Sunday usually is I think a long run day for many people. If you're training maybe for a late fall marathon, that was maybe a long run for you today. And so I'm looking forward to read in the chat what you did today in terms of training. We have Niels from the Netherlands, Germany, lots of people watching from Europe. I hope it's not too early in the US. And Sotimax says, finally a European friendly time for a live stream. I agree. Most of the time when I'm watching live streams, it's people based in the US. So it's also cool to do something a bit different time-wise. Life Force 11 miles in the Prime X. Oh, how did it go? Long run, so I guess endurance type of pace, or did you push the pace a bit? Mike, recovery run, 5K, easy peasy. That's cool. Robin, half marathon tune-up for Rotterdam Marathon this morning. Super windy and humid, didn't go too well. What happened, Robin? Was it the nutrition, the pacing strategy maybe wasn't quite optimal? Hard run for Frankie. And Mike was tapering. Alain, 12K with the family. That's cool. Niels, 11K in the PEC 38. Super cool. That's fantastic. I'm super excited. This is the first time, so I'm trying to read your comments, figure how I can sort of animate the stream. But I'm sure this is going to be very cool. Oh, and we have, so I'm very sorry if I'm not pronouncing this right. I did some German back in the days, but Schlossstadt Lauferin, I guess, in German, 1.5 hour pouring rain in Koksijde. I guess that's the name of the place, the town. Yeah, same here, I guess, pouring rain in Germany, in France, in Belgium, everywhere. Miguel, 9K on the bike and Ron, 8K on the trails. Cool. Actually, I did a ride this afternoon. It was supposed to be 2 hours. That did just 1 hour because I had a lot of work to catch up with. And yeah, that's what happened today. Today was also the London Marathon. So we have, I'm going to share with you right now on the screen a visual that I made with the podium shoes from London. It was, actually the weather I think was quite nice in London, surprisingly. So let's see if I can share that with you and we can maybe chat a bit about the shoes that podiumed in London. There you go. Let me know if you can see it. I can see it on my end. Let me know if it appeared on your computer, phone. I don't know how you're watching. So yeah, let me know first if you can see it, and then we can maybe comment on the shoes. Okay, yes, you can see it. So London Marathon, and I think the men's side was won in 2 hours and 5 minutes or 2:04, that ballpark. So quite fast. Not the course record, but quite fast in London. Vaporfly Next% was the shoe that won on the men's side. Adidas Adios Pro 2 was the second on the men's side, and then again Next% 2 on the men's side. And then women's side, the Adidas Adios Pro 2 won the race. I think it was 2:20. I need to look that up. I was checking the numbers, but I don't have everything in mind. You can confirm 2:04:01. Thank you, Niels, for the men. That's cool. And 2 Nike Vaporfly Next%, second and third women. Yeah, I agree, Robin. Next% Adios Pro 2. No big surprise, but yeah, still, interesting to see how the shoes end up in the podiums. Back in the days, 2 years ago, we only had Nike. Now Adidas. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? How those brands are now, competing? And it's quite exciting to see Adidas. In my opinion, well, let me know in the comments what you think. But in my opinion, Adidas is really, upping their games, and they're doing a fantastic job trying to catch up on Nike and some other brands as well. I mean, last week in Berlin, we had the On-Running Cloud Boom Echo, third on the women's side. So other brands are alive, if we can say it. We have Kwan Walker in the chat. Hey Kwan, 2:17 for the women. Thank you for confirming that. Faster than 2:20 indeed. Yeah, so I just think Adidas is doing a good job at trying to catch up with Nike, and those podiums may not be very surprising because we're seeing the same shoes: Vaporfly, Adios Pro 1 or 2, Next% 1 or 2. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna see other brands, other shoes. Metaspeed is coming very, very, very hard as well on the market. Did a great job in Tokyo in the Olympics, in triathlon, but also on shoulder distances, 10K in the Great North Run, I think 2 weeks ago. So quite interesting. And Kwan is very right, and thanks for mentioning that. Adidas Adios Pro 2, the blue and green colorway, however, for a 10K women world record today, you can confirm, Kwan, I think it was 28:59 or 29, that ballpark. Oh, we have Tim. Hey Tim, hey mate. My good friend Tim in the chat as well. So cool to see you. So yeah, 10K world record on the women's side. Can someone confirm? I think high 28s or low 29s. I'm not sure. Again, many numbers, and I don't have them all in mind. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Which brand is gonna be strong in 2022, end of 21, 29:35 for the women 10K world record. Thanks, Kwan. I can predict Adidas being even stronger in 2022. I don't know if you agree. Is Nike on a bad trend? I don't know, but something is happening, and I think the trend is more towards Adidas. That's how I see it. Um, it seems like people in the chat are actually loving their Adidas Pro 2s, which is not a surprise. But is it the same with sort of sponsored athletes? Are they going to have even more sponsored athletes on board? Are they going to win even more races? That's tough to say, but that's the trend I'm foreseeing. And Phil is right. Puma is catching up. That's true. Molly Seidel in Tokyo, third in the marathon with the DV8 Elites, fantastic shoe. And I think I don't have any specific infos. I have a couple infos, but nothing, crazy. I think Puma has many nice stuff coming up for 2022. So this is gonna be exciting. Thanks, Phil, for mentioning Puma. I definitely agree. Puma is also a brand that we need to follow next year. New Balance, I guess, as well. A bit different. The RC Elite is quite soft, and in the recent tests, it didn't test as well as the Alphafly, Vaporfly, Metaspeed Sky, which were the three top testing shoes. That's a study that published last week, I think. So New Balance as well, they have, I think, a good potential with the fuel cell foam, but that's a bit, one step behind, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Yeah, of course, the Primex illegal shoe, and that was quite sad last week, I think. Someone getting disqualified, or 2 weeks ago, because wearing the Primex during a race. But the Alphafly, that's quite interesting. Guy Smith in the comments saying elite athletes aren't winning in the Alphafly, which is interesting. We're not seeing the Alphafly that much on podiums in the recent marathons. I'm gonna just close that. Here we go. But still, we need to remember that the marathon record, not official, because it's the Ineos 159 project, sorry, was won in the Alphafly. And so the shoe is designed to go high paces. It was designed for one man, and so it may not work for every athlete, even elite athletes, but still it's a good shoe. And Robin says, agreed, the Alphafly wasn't that great for me. So far, Nike hasn't improved the next percent yet. I'm very curious to see what's happening next year, Robin. Next percent 3 has to be something really different from V1 and V2. V2 was an upper update, and that has to happen as well. They cannot have every season, every year, great updates on the midsole, on the geometry. But next percent 3, I think we can expect something quite interesting. Quan saying Nike will not drop Alphafly because some elites still love it, and there's a prototype of Alphafly V2 that's quite at an advanced stage of testing. So indeed, we will have Alphafly V2 next spring, next summer, depending also on production delays, which is also a topic that we may touch base on today. But indeed, Nike will not drop the Alphafly, that's for sure. And yeah, Mike Kember saying, so much pomp and circumstance surrounding the Endorphin Pro Plus. Not sure it's much different. So he's just like, arms in the air. I do agree. I think that's lots of hype for little added value compared to the regular Endorphin Pro. Should it be V1 or V2? You can find V1 for, I think, $100 in the US. 120 euros here in Europe, which is a great price for a great racing shoe. That's the Endorphin Pro. Endorphin Pro Plus, 250 euros, $250. The upper looks fantastic. The shoe looks really good, but I think this is, too much hype just for that type of update. And also the whole marketing strategy for Saucony on that product, releasing it, claiming very limited quantities, and then actually all the sizes were still available. Quite awkward. Apparently, I heard, you can maybe confirm, but Saucony asked all the retailers to remove the shoe from their sites 3 days after the release, so it was, I think, October 1st. I checked one retailer here in Belgium, the shoe is still available, so I don't know if everyone, played by the rule, but that's a weird marketing strategy, trying to create the hype. Some other brands like Nike, for instance, when a shoe is, rumored as being very limited quantities, the shoe really is sold in minutes. And I think they tried to do something like that, but it didn't really work out. That's just my opinion here. Neil's asking, did you ever try the Nike Zoom Rival Fly 3? No, I did not. But funny enough, this is a shoe that I checked, I think yesterday. Someone else asked in the comments in a video, can you review it? I must admit I wasn't familiar with it, so I checked it. I'm not sure I'm going to review it, Neil, so no promises here, but it sort of came on my radar yesterday, just so you know. Frankie asking, do you think that there is a huge difference between the Adios Pro 2 and Vaporfly in terms of what they can give back bounce? This is super interesting, Frankie. To be honest, I think it really comes down to your foot strike. The Vaporfly has a full plate with a shape that is really, really special, and it works for, I think, more foot strikes than the Adios Pro does. Adios Pro 1 or Adios Pro 2. Now, and the Adios Pro, as you know, has those energy rods, carbon-infused energy rods in it. I think they work a bit better if you're really hitting, striking with your forefoot, and you have more of a stride-oriented type of gait cycle, so longer strides instead of higher cadences. You need to push a bit more in the Adios Pro 2, whereas the Vaporfly can work for heel striker, midfoot strikers. So I think that's a bit the answer here. They are both fantastic shoes. No need to see the whole the podiums to confirm that. But I think it comes down to your foot strike. That's at least my opinion. I'm not gonna pronounce your YouTube handle, sorry for that, but Puma Magnify or Maxroad 5 for heavy slow runner. Both. You can go both. I would pick the Maxroad 5. It's just such a versatile shoe, such a fantastic ride. The rocker works really well. I would recommend the Maxroad 5 if you can get it in your region, which is not always the case. Mike Gamber, that's a good question. Is the Strixfly plated? If someone has an info, I'm very curious to hear about it. I think it's not plated. At some point, the rumors were, it's plated. I think it's not. JK, can Adios 6 be used as both a 5K and half marathon racer? Thanks, Quan. Quan confirms it does not have a plate. Wow, that's super interesting. Thanks for the insider info, Quan. That's great. So JK, can Adios 6 be used both as a 5K and half marathon racer, as well as some faster intervals? It can. Adios 6 is a fantastic shoe from 2021. Do I have it here somewhere to show it? I do not. It's a fantastic shoe from 2021. You can do pretty much everything with it. I wouldn't race a marathon with it, but you can race 5K, 10K, half marathon, train in it. Everything feels good, easy days, maybe not. So if you can have two shoes in your rotation, including the Adios 6 with faster stuff, that's maybe a nice idea. Robin asking, maybe they will release it earlier now than the Sen 8 is on the radar for December 21. So Takumi Sen 8 from Adidas, the shoe that won the special private event at Adidas, I think 4 weeks ago, will release December 1st. That's for sure. Now, the Strixfly was rumored for December, then pushed back to Q1 2022. And now the date that I have in mind is, last I heard, I think February 2022. That is, I think, mostly due to the huge, issues in factories in Asia, in Vietnam mostly. Vietnam was really hit badly by the Delta variant of COVID, and they shut down many factories, and delays have started to, impact the running shoe markets. But it's going to be even worse in Q1 and Q2 2022. I don't know if you read about it. but definitely it's gonna be I think bad for retailers, stockists in sorry, I hit the microphone in 2022. And I think Nike has been impacted by that, and the streak fly is delayed because of that as well. Maybe other reasons too, but one of the reasons. Quan saying it's basically like an air streak, but without ZoomX. Okay, quite interesting. All right, guys. Do you want me to unbox shoes? I have a pile of shoes to unbox with you. I don't know if you want to go into that right now, if you want to ask some questions, if you have other topics you want to discuss. I have time. I'm pretty much done with everything I had to do today, so we can chat. But maybe let's start unboxing some shoes. What do you think? So yeah. Is there a better option? Asks Mike. I think Takumi-sen 8. Yeah. Shoes. All right, let's do it. So what do we have? I have 4 pairs of shoes. I know about 2 of them, which won't be a surprise for me. And there's one is like, it's half a surprise, half not a surprise. And there's one box I have no idea, no clue what's inside. Frankie says, yeah, 1 pair every 10 minutes. We can do that. And I have one box. I have no clue what's inside. It could be the case that it's not a pair of shoes. It looks like a box with a pair of shoes inside, and we're not expecting anything else. So I guess that's it, but I have no idea what it is. So this is a shoe I haven't ordered, and we will find out together what it is. Let's start, keep it for the end. Yes, that's the plan. Let's start with this bag, which is coming from my local store, Trax. Shout out to Trax. Thanks for giving me some shoes sometimes. And I have 2 boxes inside. One that I know about, but you can guess what it is. So, box from New Balance. New Balance being unboxed here in the live stream. First shoe ever unboxed during a live stream on the channel. That's quite funny. It's a New Balance shoe. Can you guess what's in the box? I don't know. Vaporfly? No, it's not the Vaporfly coming from New Balance. What can it be? Any idea? What did New Balance release recently? Yeah, if you London version of the RC Elite V2, that's the shoe I actually run in today. So it has already been unboxed a while ago. It's actually a bit too far away for me to grab it. But Rebel V2, I already have it. It could have been a new colorway. No. Lerato, no. Has anyone tried the New Balance Lerato? It seems to be a very comfortable shoe, very heavy though. And I'm not sure it's really running oriented. It's a running shoe, but I don't know if New Balance really had in mind that team saying RC Elite V2 London. So let me, I will disappear for 1 second. I'm just gonna grab the RC Elite London. Here it is, the RC Elite London. So it's not in the box. I ran in this shoe today. So 14K with some 1K reps on the treadmill because it was just too terrific in terms of weather conditions outside. This is actually a very, I don't know if you can see it here, like close-up view. This is a very cool colorway. I don't know if you like it. So no, this is not the shoe in the box. All right, let's not wait too much. You maybe all have stuff to do after that, and I have more shoes to unbox. So 3, 2, 1, what's in the box? Can you see it like this? Yes, can you recognize this shoe? This is actually a new colorway of a 2020 shoe that I haven't tested. Can you recognize this colorway? I don't know if you can see it properly. I think this colorway looks, and it's also that same, let me just put the box on the floor here. It's also that type of stuff they did with the RC Elite's original colorway. The differentiated outsole. I think this looks really cool. And this is the Fuel Cell TC. No, it's not the Prism. It's the Fuel Cell TC. So this is the sort of tempo-oriented shoe from New Balance. It's plated in the forefoot. I think only 4 foot. I haven't done my research yet about it. But it's one of the shoes from 2020 from New Balance that has the autoclaved low density fuel cell foam, the one that you also have on the Rebel V2, on the RC Elite V2, and it's also here on the fuel cell TC. I'm a huge fan of the colorway. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a huge fan of that sort of, you know, light blue colorway. Do you like it? Do you like the colorway? I'm quite curious. And have you run in the fuel cell TC? It hasn't been a super popular shoe, but I'm pretty sure, you know, it will be interesting to be reviewed. Am I gonna like it? No idea. Yes, I know, Robin, you have the TC in the red colorway, and Robin says it's a cool shoe. Am I gonna like the fuel cell TC? I don't know. Sometimes too soft, too plush is not the way I like to go, but I'm excited about this shoe. All right, that was the first one. Are we gonna weigh it now? No, I don't have the scale, you know, close to my hands, so we're not gonna weigh the shoe now, unless one of them is really special. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna just show you again the colorway. Everyone's saying it's beautiful. I do agree. It's really, really, really beautiful. The focus is actually working quite well as well. And I like the differentiated outsoles. That's a nice feature. If you have the TC, how is the grip? Because the outsole looks a bit slick. Well, it's not slick, but I'm super curious. I'm gonna run in it tomorrow, I think. Well, it depends what's in the other boxes. Oh, hi, Blixten in the comments, in the chat. Hi. That's nice. What else is going on in the comments? Let me just drink a bit because my mouth is getting dry. Outsole looks more durable than the other fuel cell. That's true, but is it grippy? That was my question. Colorway is fire, says Guy Smith. I do agree. Yeah, TC is a $200 shoe. And this is, by the way, a shoe that I picked myself. So the other shoe from Trax from my local store is a shoe they gave me. This one is a shoe I picked because I wanted to try it. But no, Asics Kinsei or Kinesi, I don't know the exact name, is not the next shoe. The next shoe is from Saucony. And, you know, there's no question here. It's not the Endorphin Pro Plus. Sorry to disappoint. It's not. But can you guess what's inside? I know the model. I don't know the colorway. So essentially, you know, my local running store, is giving me sometimes free pairs of shoes for me to review them. I'm just giving them a shout out, and everyone's happy. So I know the model, and it's one I haven't tried yet and haven't reviewed yet on the channel. But oh, I see there's the right answer in the comments already. So yes, it's the Speed 2. Can you guess the colorway? I don't know the colorway myself. I haven't checked it. I haven't, you know, they just gave me the box and I know it's the Speed 2. But can you guess the colorway? I'm not super familiar with all the colorways of the Speed 2. Some are really not my style. Saucony is very good at being creative with colorways. We can give that to them. But it's not the Shield. It's not the Shield, Miguel. Checkered flag? No, I think it could be the checkered flag because they had it, but it's been released quite a while ago. So, all right, I think we can, you know, we can just open the box, check the greenish one. Maybe, I don't know. There's no image on the box. So, are you ready? Colorway reveal of the Speed 2. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna like it. That's my type of colorway. It's the blue and white colorway of the Speed 2. Look at that. Whoa. That's looking nice. That's looking really nice. Thank you, Trax. Let's give them another shout out. Trax is here in Brussels, somewhere else in Belgium, I think, as well. Thank you, Trax. And let's check it. I think it's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? You know, blue and that white black midsole. I think, you know, we had many people submitting their shoes in the shoe rotation series, and I really thank you for that. I think Matt Femufest I haven't seen you, Matt Femur, in the comments. If you're here, hey. But I think Matt Femur Fast in the second episode of the series had this shoe. Oh, and something is popping saying someone subscribed. Well, welcome. I didn't know we had that option here. This is all new for me. So, yeah. Endorphin Speed 2 from Saucony. Blue. I need to check the exact name of that colorway, but it's not as nice as the New Balance, but it's nice. It's blue, simple. I was quite afraid actually to have the checkered one because I didn't really like it, to be honest. But yeah, there is a brand new Chicago Marathon colorway coming up. Says again, sorry for the pronunciation, Schlossstadtlauferin. And yeah, I think it's quite nice. How different is it from V1? My V1 is up there. I'm not gonna grab it. But how different is it? I think we're gonna find out in the review. We'll try to maybe measure some metrics, see if anything changes. I do not expect any major changes in terms of rides. The midsole is the same, and the main changes I think are in the upper and heel, if I remember well from what I read when it released. Sorry. But yeah, we're gonna compare it against V1. That was the second one. If you have questions, maybe ask a few questions. We can chat a bit, and then I'm gonna go in the there's another shoe I know about, and then we're gonna go in the unknown to finish the unboxings. Could you use these as a daily trainer? Asks I think it's IPZino. Sorry for the pronunciation with the YouTube handles. Yes, you can. You can use it as a daily trainer. It's not the way it's sort of supposed to be used, but nothing is supposed to be used anyway. You can really use Guy Smith says the Speed 1 is my favorite shoe of all time. For some people, the Speed 1 was just like a big sort of, fantastic shoe, do-it-all shoe, tempo shoe for some people, racing shoe for some people, and I'm just gonna grab my V1. It's here. Let's give it some love. Here it is. So this was the Saucony Endorphin Speed V1 original colorway, and although I'm sort of washing some white shoes, this one went through some mud and it's not really white anymore. But some people just love this shoe. I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite shoe of 2020, but I liked it. And yes, it's so versatile. You can really go from easy, even recovery. Yes, it has a nylon plate, but the plate isn't that aggressive. So you can go recovery easy, endurance, tempo, intervals, racing. I myself liked it for intervals and heel reps. For some reason, it was working really nicely for me in heel reps last winter. So I used it for that. But you can do anything in this shoe, and I suppose it's the same thing with V2, but we will confirm that when testing it. How many kilometers do they have? Is asking Tim. I don't have the numbers here. I think my V1 is around 180, 200 kilometers, which is a lot for me in some shoes now. I'm testing, reviewing tons of shoes, so anything that goes past 50, 80 kilometers is really a lot, and it means that I used it, beyond testing, beyond reviewing. But 150, 180, I would say for my V1, maybe even a bit more because I had it before launching the YouTube channel, so I was running in it a bit more. I would actually say a bit more, but I can confirm that. Schlossstadtlauferin is asking, I didn't try them yet, but is it true that they are slippery in wet asphalt? I haven't really experienced that, to be honest. I haven't really experienced that. I ran with them, I think, in wet conditions. I'm pretty sure I can remember, even in some mud, and it was okay. So frankly, I think, unless some people had issues with the Endorphin Speed on wet asphalt, wet pavement, as our American friends would say, I didn't have that issue. So apparently there's the Shield version, says Alain, that is even better. I haven't watched that review from Seth, so I cannot comment on that, but and I didn't get the shield version, so we'll have to review the regular V2 and maybe see down the road if we can review the shield version. Guy Smith asking, will you do a top 5 shoes of 2021? You are reading in my mind, sir. I will do one. I don't know if I will do one for every category, like easy, you know, tempo and so on, but I will certainly do a top 5 comprehensive video with my favorite shoes. My favorite shoes, or the shoes that I think will work best for most people. I don't know yet. Let me know what you think. What is the best snowshoe? I would pick a trail shoe, I think. I'm running in the snow when it's rare because we don't have much snow here in Brussels. I'm using a Speed Goat, an old one, V2, I think. It's one of the trail shoes I own, so that's the shoe I'm running with on snow, on trails also, but yeah. Should we open another box? I think that's what we have. This one is I don't know if, yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, okay. I think we can open another box. So this one is from Nike. This one is another shoe that I purchased. Can you guess what's inside? Life Force, very good question. When is the Q3 review? I think you're referring to the Q3 carbon data time. I think next week, so next Saturday. I still need to edit the video and put all the numbers. But it's super interesting, and I think you will enjoy it because we have very different shoes from the past carbon data times, Q1 and Q2. This time we have other brands, other models, and some interesting findings, I must say. So yeah, I think we can expect that next Saturday. That's at least, you know, the current schedule is for next Saturday. Next percent to no, tempo next percent, no. Zoomfly 4 is interesting, but I didn't like Zoomfly 3. Zoomfly 4 is an upper update. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it. It's not. Mike guessed, I think, I don't know if we are thinking about the same shoe, but there's a likelihood it is it. No, it's not the Zoomfly 4. All right, let's open that Nike box. I like the Nike opening system because it's quite, you know, pleasant to pull on the tab and get that full unboxing sensation. There you go. This is really like the unboxing thing. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting because they even changed the box for this one. It's not. If you have infos on the Pegasus Pro, I'm reading in the comments. Curtis Loust is saying Pegasus Pro. It's not. It's not the Pegasus Pro. But if you have infos on the Pegasus Pro, I don't know if it's just, you know, a rumor or a real shoe. But what do we have here? You're gonna guess based on the box because it's not a classic orange box from Nike. It's different. There you go. And it says, can I read at the same time? Move to Zero is Nike journey. That's the other direction. Nike's journey towards zero carbon and zero waste to help protect the future of sport. You have guessed it. It is the even some more packaging. I would have probably, for a nature version of a shoe, I would have get rid of the box and all the paper. But that's even, you know, some recommendations for Nike. If you want to go full green, get rid of the box, just send the shoes as such. Here it is. So wait a second. It's getting messy down there. Here it is, the Nike Alphafly Nature. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see it here on the close-up view, but the midsole is made of recycled Zumex. So you can see all the little pieces here. Why did I pick the shoe? I think I surprised myself picking it, to be honest. I just wanted to test if the Zumex is different. That's it. I like the Alphafly, but it's not like my favorite shoe of all time. I raced in it at the World Championships 2 weeks ago. It went well, it was a good choice, but the Alphafly is not my all-time favorite. It's a good shoe. It's a shoe I'm enjoying, to be honest. And I picked it not because I needed a new Alphafly. My Alphafly has maybe 300 Ks on it, and it's working well. I could have kept just one Alphafly. I wanted to test the new flavor, new version of ZoomX, recycled ZoomX, and see if it's different. I can expect Nike using this more often in the future. It would make sense. So yeah, this is the reason why I picked it. And also the fly print. It's very different from Atom Knit. The fly print upper. This upper was only seen on some very limited elite prototypes, versions of the Vaporfly before even the original Vaporfly released, and it wasn't commercialized. So now it's the first consumer shoe with the fly print upper. We're gonna test it. Yeah, I don't know what you think. What are we reading here? Too heavy, says Team. He's right, I think. It's heavier, I read, than the regular Alphafly. Guy Smith is interested to hear how the ZoomX is different. I'm very interested as well. It looks different. It feels, although this is not a proper durometer test with the fingers, but it feels, I think, a bit different. So we're gonna test it. The upper is nice, I do agree. I don't know if I'm an ecologist, but trying to do little things is what we can all do. So yeah, this is little steps for the planet. Why not? But buying shoes, I'm not sure it's the best commitment I have in that direction, to be honest. So yeah, this is the Alphafly Nature. The colorway is interesting, not my favorite colorway, but it is what it is. Anna says it's a piece of art. I do agree. It's different, and even if the ZoomX is not that different, even if it's just another Alphafly, it's gonna be a nice one to keep, I think. So that's another reason to have it. All right, guys. Should we unbox the secret box in which I have no idea what's hiding? Or should we wait? Should we answer some more questions? I can ask you questions as well. But no colorway. It has a colorway, I think. Phil is wondering how consistent the recycled ZoomX is, especially in a high-end product. Do you mean how consistent it is across shoes? Or I'm not sure I'm getting your question. But I can expect if they commercialize the Alphafly Nature, in several regions, they ended up with a consistent production process to have the same midsole, on all the shoes. Seems like everyone wants to open the secret box. To be very honest, I am quite excited as well, because although I'm starting to receive more and more shoes from brands, it's not that frequent either. So sometimes it happens, and I'm super happy. And maybe it's a shoe that I cannot show. I have no idea. The sticker on the box, on which there is my address, so I will try to sort of hide that. Doesn't say anything about the sender. So we will see what's going on in there. I'm just gonna grab the box, and you can see the box is actually quite big. There you go. This is the last one we have. It's a very big box. Yeah, and I think it doesn't say anything about the sender. So I have no idea. I just hope, guys, you're not gonna be disappointed, and I'm not gonna be disappointed either. If it's something for the house that we ordered a while ago and we forgot about, if that's the case, I'm really sorry, but maybe a Scott, that could be possible, but I think Scott mentioned sending shoes next year only, so I don't think it's Scott. Let me drink just a bit. All right, I brought my little knife to open it, and here we go. Also, sometimes what happens is that Brands are not sending shoes directly. They are using, a communication agency, marketing agency. So sometimes if the box is not branded, that happened already in the past with ASICS, I think. It's because they are sending through a marketing agency. So it may be the case here. And if it's something for the house, well, you will discover in the same time as I do what we ordered. Let's see. No, it's a pair of shoes. It's a pair of shoes. That's cool. And based on the box, I cannot tell what brand it is. I will show you what I see live. It's black. Can you guess what sort of black box I'm thinking? Saucony has black boxes. I'm checking the Saucony box down there, but I think they're white at the bottom. Nike had some it's all black. It's really all black. North Face could be. Oh, Adidas could be. Yeah, true. Adidas could be. But it's a huge box. I'm just hoping they had my right size. All right, are you ready? I'm gonna just use it like this, and 3, 2, 1. What's hiding? Okay, I get it. I think I know, and it says on the box it's from Adidas. So first of all, thank you, Adidas. That's really cool. Thank you very much, Adidas. That's super exciting. And I think I know what's the shoe based on the branding on the box. Do you see? Oh. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's the Sen 8, Mike. I would have loved to get the Sen 8, and if someone from Adidas is watching, please do send the Sen 8 for the channel. We need to review it. I don't think it's the Sen 8. I think it's indeed the 40 forwards, I think. Let's check it like that. Yes. Whoa. That's some next level packaging, Adidas. Look at that. It's that's really funny. I don't know if that's a sort of media type of box, because it seems like they even sent some 4D, 3D printed, whatever they call it, material here. If they send it to everyone purchasing the shoe, that's really nice. But I think that's maybe something they send to media. I don't know. If you have it, you can confirm. Schlossstadtlaufering is saying, that's interesting. I tried it in an outlet and they were so heavy. I think maybe we're gonna weigh it. Let's check it first. So many boxes down there. It weighs heavy in the hands already. Okay, it has that inside, little protection. Now it's a bit better, but still quite heavy. Look at it. Look at this shoe. What do you think? How do you like the design? How do you like the colorway? How do you like the concept of, oh, that's super smooth. Wow. Can you see my fingers going into the, I don't know, maybe this way it's gonna be better. Yeah. Can you see how smooth it is? Wow. That's funny. And green, fully green outsole like this. I never tested this shoe. I never ran in it. 14 ounces, says Mike. Is that true, Mike? Have you tested it at 14 ounces? We're gonna weigh it. Very interesting shoe. Frankly, I have no idea about the specs and so on, because I didn't expect to get it. We need to look that up quickly, and I have no idea about the drop, the stack height, anything really. It doesn't really feel, in terms of feel, and it doesn't really look like a super running oriented shoe. Can I say that? Yeah. Is it flex? Is asking team. I think yes. Yeah, so the flex with them is quite good. It's a bit firmer here, and the flex is quite good at the top. Has it got a plate? No plate. Okay, Mike, you were guessing. Yeah. But let's weigh it. You know what? Let's take the scale out. This is real life, so I have my little tools here. Durometer. Durometer is gonna be tricky with this shoe, I think. Durometer is gonna be super tricky with this. And here I have the scale. So let's check it out here. Let's do predictions. So this is my US size 11. For reference, my US size 11, the lightest shoe I have, I think, is at 198 or 200 grams. 200 grams, I think. It's the Pulsar. Heaviest shoe I have, I don't know, but I think heaviest shoe is in the 340s. So 350 saying Frankie, 300 grams for Alain. Is this a running shoe? That's a good question. Oh, that's a very specific prediction. I like it. IP 357. I'm turning the scale on. Let's check it. Frankly, I think it could be my heaviest shoe. 330 saying Sodi Mac. I'm not sure I got the joke, but my grandma does the midsoles. Oh, she's knitting them, you mean? Maybe. Wow. Wow, that's heavy. That's super heavy. I cannot take the camera and show it live to you, but that's super heavy. Oh guys, it's beyond your expectations. It's beyond 357, beyond 375, beyond 370. Oh, that's that's super heavy. You know, it doesn't say anything about the rides or anything else. So don't be scared, Adidas. You know, we're gonna do a fair review as we always do. If the shoe is good, we're gonna say it. If it's not, we're gonna say it as well. But for sure, one thing, it's heavy. 750. No, it's a bit lighter. 384 grams in my size US 11. I'm just gonna confirm it's US 11. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 384, and in ounces we're looking at 13.5 ounces. So actually, exactly, Mike. Mike was actually quite close at 14.3. Well, you know, again, we're gonna do a fair review, and the weight is not the most relevant thing always. Heavier shoe can be good, and I think, you know, Nova Blast, Cloud Stratus 2, more V3 to a certain extent were good shoes that I tested recently and that were heavy. So the 40 forward can also be a great shoe, and despite the weight. I'm just showing it again to you. This is how the upper looks. Yeah. I mean, the midsole design I think is interesting, and I'm not gonna say I love it, but it looks fine. And then we had also that, let's turn the scale off. Here we go. We also got that nice piece of midsole like this. And as you can see, it has some quite nice, I'm not gonna say bounce, but it has some nice reaction when I'm pressing against it. So, you know, quite interesting to test it. So what do we have here in the comments? Well, at least you ain't have to get ankle weights for your training runs. That's good. That's pretty heavy considering it's only about 30% of a midsole. That's true. Lots of air in it. That's true. Let me know which shoe between the 4 shoes we unboxed today. So we had Fuel Cell TC, Endorphin Speed V2 blue colorway. Thank you, Trax, again. Third one was Alphafly Nature, and fourth was this one, 40 forward. Which one are you most excited about in terms of review? And then you can also tell me which one you're most excited about in terms of general, you know, shoe stuff. And then I'm going to share with you which one I'm most excited about. I think you sort of understood, but which one? Alphafly would be the most interesting for Robin. Mike says the Adidas first. Tim says the New Balance. Fuel Cell TC says Frankie. Sorry, that was above. And yeah, I do agree, Alain. Let's grab the shoe. The design visually is quite good, and you know the way they sort of match the upper with the midsole is quite nice. I do agree. TC for IP. one run only will be enough if I understood you, Mike, for the Adidas. Guy Smith, the Alphafly Nature, Phil, the Alphafly as well. To be honest, I think the two shoes that are the most interesting from my sort of reviewer perspective are the Alphafly Nature because of the different flavor of ZoomX and the Fuel Cell TC. Now, I'm also curious to see how the endorphin speed compares to V1. And, you know, I think it's a shoe that is very popular, so I'm happy to put together, again, a fair review so that you can maybe have something useful to check if you're interested in the speeds, V1 or V2. And the Adidas is intriguing, but maybe not the most sort of intriguing shoe for a review. I'm gonna put them tonight. I always do that. I take the inserts out, I weigh the inserts. That's sort of a protocol, you know, I'm doing. This is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna take the inserts out. I'm gonna put the shoes on, walk in the house and see and decide. I'm tempted tomorrow for my recovery run in the morning, early morning, to go with the TC. I need to drop the car in the garage and run back from the garage, whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You know my schedule. And I'm tempted, sorry, by the TC, but who knows? Maybe tonight I'm gonna change thoughts and decide otherwise. All right, guys, it's been almost an hour since we started. If you have questions, fire away. I'm happy to answer anything you have in mind. If you don't have any questions, I think we'll wrap up after that. Mike says review-wise, TC then Nike Nature. I do agree. I think that's the order. Maybe I was saying Nike Nature and then TC, but I think TC first. Let me drink a bit. If you have questions, go ahead and I'll answer whatever you want. So, and if you don't have questions, which is fine too. Miguel is asking, do you have favorite drop in the shoes? Well, I do. I kind of do. I really like 6mm overall. And yeah, for some reason 6mm just works really fine with my mid-foot to forefoot type of strike. But I'm not against more. More can be really cool for recovery stuff. I like 8, 10, even 11 in the CTM Ultra Race Rebel, which is being reviewed and the video will publish, I think, next week. So yeah, 6 to 11, I think that's the ballpark for 6 to 10 for more easy stuff. Then below 6, Alphafly is 4, and I raced in the Alphafly, and that went really well. My calves are now used to less than 6. 4 is okay, but yeah. So that was the first one. Then we have a French question, which I really like. Am I doing some cross-country skiing sometimes? I did that when I was really young, and that was cool. Because I'm not really a skier in general. I haven't learned it, and well, if you're not doing it since childhood, then it's hard to get into it. And with running, with high-level sports, I am worried to get injured, so I'm not doing skiing. So cross-country skiing is something I'd like to do more, but I think I can only do so much at a time, and sports, running, cycling is already quite time-consuming. So maybe some skiing in the future. Thanks, guys, for all the nice comments. Great live stream, great show. I'm super happy. I did what I could, and trying to be, just the guy you see in videos, but live. So I use Stride, guy. Yes, I am. I am using Stride for my runs. I am basing, my targets are based on power. I can come back to that if you want. That's possible. Favorite running pants or tights? I only have, I think, 2 pairs of tights, and one of them is by a brand that I think now is dead. It was called Skins. They're really great tights. They're completely out of order now because I used them for several winters and I only had them back in the day. So But Skins, it's sad that they went out of business. That's how it is. And I think there's one last question. No, I think that's okay. Oh, what's your next race or preparation? I'm shooting for 2 events, but I have no idea if I'm gonna get spots for them. 2 duathlons, one in Spain and one in Turkey. That's in November. I'm trying, to be honest, to get into the elite field. But you know, it doesn't really depend on me. Well, it depends on my results, but now that I have done what I did, it depends on the race organizers, federation, and so on, if they want to give me some elite spots. If not, I'm gonna race them as an age grouper, as an amateur, or simply I'm gonna find other events. It's, you know, it has to be decided soon, because I'm looking at the date, and we are October 3rd. The first one between the two is, I think, early November, so it has to be decided very soon. Guys, I think that's it. It was really cool to have you all. Thank you, Frankie, Tim, Alain, Schlossstadt, Lauferin, Miguel, Robin. I cannot say all the names, but last question, I'm saying it. Do you ever need a headlamp? Recommend one. I do not really need it, because I'm running early morning, but in the streets most of the time, and even now on the canal when I'm running, where you see the drone shots, there's now some public lighting, so I don't really need it. I have one. It's a Petzl Nao or Nao Plus. It's a big one with a battery, you know, in the back. I did a race in the night 2 years ago, a trail running race in France called La Saint-Élion. I did but I needed one for that race, and it worked really well, so I still have it, and I still use it sometimes, mostly to go to the cave, not the paint cave, but the real cave in my building. So that's the main purpose for me with that lamp. I'm running in it very rarely, like twice a year maybe, but it's really good. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, you discovered new shoes, you suggested me. Thank you. The order in which I should review them. I had a great time, and now I'm just gonna drink a bit, because I think I spoke a lot, and so that takes a bit of yeah. You need to drink to hydrate all the time, but after a live stream, I think you need to do that. If you haven't run today, enjoy your run. If you're in the US, I think maybe you still have time to do one, or even here, it's almost dinner time for me, but some people are eating a bit later. Enjoy your run, enjoy your rides, and as always, go beyond your limits, and I'll see you in the next video or next live stream maybe. If you enjoyed this one, I don't know, can you leave me a comment under a live stream? I have no idea. But if you enjoyed it, just let me know. You can shoot me a message wherever, and we'll do another one if that was cool. See you. Take care. Where is the button to end that? I know I am still live, so you are hearing me trying to figure how to stop it. But and I tested it last night, so it's not like I'm not prepared, but it's the first iteration, so I need to find the button again. Because you have YouTube and then you have a stream software. It's all crazy. It's all crazy. Oh, here's the button. Yeah, I'm gonna click on it. Bye bye.